حاله حالهن.
I just tell half as many lies as my parents.
How are we to fight with such worn out
Sense
gear?
straining myself. Just got to do what I can.
I always draw the short straw.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
I wonder what the moral hazards. Let's see. Where to next?
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fearsome world of ours.
Aye, sir. What I can do for you? What? You mean to say my Albert's a noble and has only been pretending to be a beggar? Earning a living in the slums isn't easy, but Albert and I, we promised each other we'd try our hardest, and you're saying 'tis all a lie? I don't want to believe such madness, but nor can I deny that these garments are my husband's. Pray, tell me where you found them. I must see this for myself.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant. Those less fortunate some salvation.
I don't feel the same. A short report in a world of good. The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey.
Wickedness has no hold upon a truthful mind.
My prayer will surely be rewarded in life.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you.
I'll gather this.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May... Hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. You see, one of the children we care for here, Malcolm his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Let us begin by gathering information.
True enough.
What should I do? what to do. I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a... For true, I'm sure you'll find them. Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've... These say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favour? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone. Put it under your pillow, but there's the problem. I've been looking all over. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count on... I'll be waiting. Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Oh, just look. Say, aren't you cute? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father... Not to say I'm unhappy at the Gracious Hand, of course. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say... Oh, it's so...
That's quite enough!
Now, where was I bound again?
I could use a little fun to brighten my day.
What's life without a bit of...
Welcome.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
I think I've earned a rest.
I ought to find someone to buy me a drink.
Greeting. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May these words guide you true. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
I'm in it now.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place.
Little happiness is all I ask for.
If our prayers are...
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Oh, it's... Is Malcolm... We were supposed to go exploring together. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking for...
Time to be heading home. 'Tis good to be busy.
This sits funny with me, truth be told.
What's this I smell?
This is where I come when life gets overwhelming.
Was I lacking in devotion?
This place gives me enough to think. At least I haven't said that.
Got to make room for my next shipment. Body aches. I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
This place offers a view of the sea.
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths.
Have a mouthful, might want to dash it. Not my kind.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Is there aught I can Might I beg for some... Please, sir, don't tell nobody what I said about... Please, sir, don't...
Wickedness has no hold. Good day, sir. This is generally...
This is a place of prayer.
Chaos in the world.
You best watch yourself.
The safer the road.
Got any arms for a man down on...
Just...
Each day is hard. The heavens have forsaken. All is
Let the reaper claim me.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But ox carts don't run. Was it a phantom then?
Say, if I were you, the place is full. I should know.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of...
Bit much for me.
What?
Malcolm. Don't know why he bothered.
Making our report ought to be our next priority.
I wonder what it was. I wonder what it was Malcolm found.
Pray let...
Oh, it's so shiny.
Vaults, you say? Ah, but you mention rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to... Pray, follow me, and quickly.
Hello.
I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs.
Profitable endeavor. Prepare to engage! Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use. Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books.
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought not lose sight of our guide.
Indeed, you are correct.
How are we to get through this door?
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our...
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for... Let's investigate this place's...
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
Indeed, you are correct.
It's you again.
Come, I'll lead the way.
This place is a...
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom.
The books ne'er seem to... The books ne'er seem to end. Who could have...
Over here, if you would. This isn't the way to our destination, but I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
My head hurts just thinking about it. What to do? Hoy Arisen! Do you know the river close by the church? Well, that's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold. I was hoping I'll help too. I'll look for gold. Hoy Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? That's all right.
Pray, take this.
want to go home. Maybe I'll treat myself.
To make room for my next shipment.
Beg pardon, sir, but have you any information about what happened here? Poor Albert was stabbed from behind, and Selena, by all appearances, I can't fathom it. I knew the both of them, and I cannot imagine Selena doing such a thing, let alone to one witness claims Selena was turned away from a noble's estate.
How awful. Are we to blame for this fell conclusion?
I can't. One witness claims.
Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route.
You've cut so. What say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till...
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
Right you are. I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics. We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make... We must rest, though the sun is still up. I returned safe and sound, and I dare say...
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Shall we see how Harve village fares of late, Master? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
This ox cart's bound for Melve. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Off we trot.
Some of us get impatient.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
I'll take the night watch through the desert.
Suppose I ought to check the wheels before we depart.
I'll sleep like a log tonight. I could hide
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Ways carry me.
Couldn't hurt to put my feet in a moment.
I'm nodding off where I stand.
Surely I'm overdue a day off.
Suppose I best earn my keep. Suppose I better give the ox some feed.
Wearing armor all day.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Well, this is no good.
Here we are. The ox cart made it without too much trouble.
Mayhap we could employ a cart for our next journey.
Got to fix this up proper.
Always sets me to thinking.
Time to get back to work.
This year's crops aren't faring so well. Know you of the shallow waters as safe. Becoming a feast for the bride. Polish up my gear tomorrow.
Let's take it easy today. I knew they're acting up. I feel my age every time I raise my hammer.
It's been a hard day.
We'll fix this up.
I'm surrounded by windows on all sides.
And I shan't resist.
Oh, they get just about anywhere. Nothing to fear if I keep whole mix about me.
Wish the roads were safer.
Very well. I shall return.
This ox cart's bound. I'll need to see some coin before I leave.
Only fools and urchins boast of their kind.
Bunch of dullards, a lot of them.
Hail! Bed calls, and I shan't resist.
we're setting out. Jump on if you're paid.
Let me think on this a moment.
Whatever am I to do?
One of these days I'll buy myself a manor.
Feeling politic this morning.
Gladly stay a while.
What should I get up to?
Oh, this is a conundrum. Can't say I've any time.
Suppose I best earn my keep.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
I could use a few stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Can't help but see a turncoat in every face.
Best not be bothering me for no reason.
Suppose I better get to work.
What's the morrow will be no different.
I'll sleep like a
Well,
log.
tiring, being so alert all day long.
This ox cart will not take you anywhere till I've had my due. How dare you!
Townspeople depend.
Mayhap I'll seek out a town I've yet to visit.
Naught but fry.
I'm in fine fettle today. My bed calls. A sharp resist.
All this hustle and
Good
bustle.
will come of today. I just
Well,
know.
then, son, how might I be of service?
Need anything? Many thanks.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality. Burnworth. Much obliged.
Welcome.
I've no wisdom to offer. Peruse at your leisure.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Fancy a look at my wares? Sir Arisen, just when almost... Oi! Wait, Jonas! This is the good sir I spoke of. The one who called the storm.
Is that right? Then I expect you to aid us with this mess, stranger. You did it once afore, eh?
My apologies for the chief's temperament. Yet he speaks truly. We have need of your strength. Pray, cull the beasts as you did before, sir. I dare say you are the
Where are the Saurians?
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
I will protect you.
In the end,
You mustn't let this stop you.
Well done.
The Saurians are no more, I see. That's twice you've come to us. You're more than a friend to Har Village, Sir Arisen. You are a hero. Truly, we cannot...
Here he is! I found our troublemaker!
Jonas! What is the meaning of this?
This blasted beastren went and ventured into Stormwind Cave! How many times have we said none are to tread there? But there can be no doubt he's the one who incited the sword.
Forgive me. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Trust a beastren to muck things up.
Jonas! Surely there's no need for such talk.
You would say that, wouldn't you? Seems to me beastrens...
Jonas, please! You're being ridiculous.
There!
I do apologize, but we mustn't let this sour your triumph. I do hope you shall visit us.
One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now. Twas a surprise to find someone living out here. And an old man at that. I wonder what so impels him to set out to sea.
Curious, isn't it?
Perhaps we will understand. And more in time. Thank you. I am in your debt.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Got to sweep and dust before I think of supper. Shame on you.
Might go and see.
Trade favors any
Mayhap dreams will reveal to me the heavens aspect.
I cannot stand to remain here another moment. Living's hard, but dreams are free.
Idleness is a luxury. It's naught but thrive. If you think
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged.
Welcome.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost...
Shall we get some rest then?
Well met, sir.
Open your eyes, everyone. It is dark out, but our day begins.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Feeling rested, I trust?
The world could use more places like this.
Found and politics are no concern.
Time to prepare the next batch.
Greetings, Your Majesty. You will want to hear this. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim, while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a very... What's more, this inexpedient spending habit this cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude, yet 'tis strange. For sweet crown flowers only grow, I dare say, 'twas not an item chosen idly. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Pray, make use of the key. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? I have been unable to uncover aught... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Tidings of your good deeds. 'Twas you I have instructed. I have heard tell all those you have rescued. We can expect word of this. I believe there is but one
Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a... Come back any time.
Fancy a look at my wares? Welcome to... And quality is what you need if you want to survive. So if we... The price, just remember. Many thanks. I appreciate...
Need anything? Might as well take a look. What? You're here, eh? Many thanks.
Go on, have a look.
Seems like I'm staying
No shame in letting down your hair now and then.
Lots to do. Look,
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Wonder what's going on.
All you need of...
We must rest, though the sun is still up. Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
Even the grave.
If we mean to mine gold ore, I know just the place. I can guide you to the place arisen, or thereabouts.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I see which way the wind's blowing.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I'd wager our merry band can handle whatever comes.
We ought to have no trouble on the journey ahead.
You have my support.
If we mean to mine gold ore, I know just the place. I can guide you to the place arisen, or thereabouts.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
We are under attack!
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
We shall have to make use of curatives till a mage joins our ranks.
There are other matters to discuss.
This is quite a quandary.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look. Focus. The battle continues.
Well said.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow. Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
We've little need for a campsite at present.
We shall be ill-prepared for battle if we rest overmuch.
Pray, follow me. "'Tis this way. Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side.
Plainly speaking, 'tis a bother.
Just about anywhere.
Come, I'll lead the way. suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Just one last push, and I'll be done for the day.
What I can do for you?
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
We're here, and none the worse for wear. We have aught we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
Right you are.
'Tis uncommonly rare, this. I look forward to informing my own master of its finding when I return beyond the rift. Over here, if you please. Unless I am mistaken, all we require is already in our possession.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow. It's just life.
My pack's grown rather heavy.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of... The doctor examined him afore, yet e'er since he came...
I understand how you must feel. But you must... There is no medicine that can heal him outright. I am caring for him as best. However, if you mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his...
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray, bring my son back to hell.
I will look after him. I swear it.
That woman's taking a...
Oi, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? But we'll be needing a little more. Oi, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet?
Wow! Listen, I was talking to the priests.
And apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend a thanks? So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting all mucky? Well, now lots of people who live near the priests have been treating I want to help them. Apart from ask you, that is. Oh, I'll talk to the priests in the mean. Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Thanks so much, but with so many sick. Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Thanks so much, but with so many sick. Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just... Oh, thank you.
'Tis a good...
Thanks, sir.
A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off. I suppose 'tis time we vacated her dwelling. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
What? I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
On my back, watching me. Living hard, learning to free.
So very tired. This makes my hair stand on end.
Pray, follow me. There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
We've arrived, just as planned.
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to... And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope... Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
Figured I had to thank you somehow.
Pray, keep your voice.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm kind of... Got to face it. No.
Nothing ever...
If 'tis ref...
There's got to be a way to earn more oil than this.
Nothing but the good bits.
Ready for the morrow.
Hi. Fair, would you care to join me? I was hoping it. Do you know, I had a feeling we'd meet. Say, you're not from round here, are you? Are you a traveller? Have you... How I envy you. This city is all I know. I long to learn more. She's always telling me, after all, if the world truly is so perilous, it seems unfair that I alone should be shielded from that reality. But listen to me waffling on. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. Thank you for indulging me. I do...
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad. Do come again. Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad. Have you found any of the items we
discussed perchance?
Always a pleasure.
Let us proceed to the next location. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermund's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
Interested in my wares?
Over here, if you would.
I only work when I found.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
I think I've earned it. How are we to get through this door?
Growing crops requires patience and endurance.
Come, I'll lead the way.
Last straw. Makes my blood boil.
Nice armor you've got. Thieves' agility makes them a tricky opponent. Try not to let them get the upper hand.
We must remain vigilant.
Well fought,
We can ill afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet routed.
A result to be proud of. By your command, Arisen. Let us proceed to the next location. 'Twould be most efficient to make for our nearest destination first. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermund's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
A moment to replenish my strength.
Pray, follow me.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
I'm nodding off where I stand.
This way, Master. This isn't the way to our destination, but I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Not like a feast to get you ready for bed.
Good sleep is the key to a good adventure.
Let us proceed to the next location. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermund's eastern edge. That's not far from here. Quickly now! Our master beckons!
By your leave.
Let us proceed to the next location. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermund's eastern edge. That's not far from here. Over here, if you please. Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
We must not let down our guard. Douse the flames before 'tis too late.
Buttered flesh food. Yet enough to shame you. Much appreciated. My strength was beginning to flag. Onward. Our work is not yet done. It would be most efficient to make for our nearest destination first. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermund's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
And mine.
Over here, if you would.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
Let us proceed to the next location. On to the nearest location. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermund's eastern edge. That's not far from here. We have arrived.
Protect the shipment! Steel yourselves! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
How did this happen? We must have fled the cargo. They're a tenacious lot.
Well done, Master.
I thank you for coming. And what luck! Neri... We've come to... These roads have grown... There's even been tell...
Shall we report this development? To Captain Brandt. If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way. Shall we report this development to Captain Brandt? I believe I can guide you to the person in question. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might.
Would anyone care to push?
Saurians, Master!
Ice is our ally against such beasts.
Allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Well done.
Arisen! Are you all right?
One of us has been drenched. Found a chest. Let us examine what it has to offer. You're like to grow overburdened if you're every little drink you find.
I spotted him! We'll have a hard time spitting his spell fluid at us now.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
I can't... Imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Trade favors the patient, I always say.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Now, where was I heading?
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
Methinks this will be of interest to Captain Brandt. Shall we go inform him? If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way. Mayhap the one we're here to meet intends to arrive at a different time of day.
I dare say we shan't make much progress as things stand.
Welcome to the Start. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I sit back, relax, and enjoy the fun? Come back anytime. Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back anytime.
There is much we ought to tend to. You've done a fine job culling those. The number of those who, should you continue to display an heir, it slips my mind.
We have accomplished what we set out to do. That is laudable in and of itself.
Indeed. You've called... more than your fair share of monsters. I expect tales of your valor will soon be told in taverns.
Well said.
I suppose I couldn't.
I sense eyes upon us.
Hoy, friend! There's something I've every last, for it made me. I want to live a life I tire of looking at this box. 'Tis proof that I am not. 'Tis something I. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Now, I'd best. I may not be able to want. Thus, I cannot. So, I feel sure. Till then.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
How fair.
Need anything?
Welcome to Pure, and quality is what you need if you want to... survive. So... Before you check the price, just remember... Misers die... Many thanks. I appreciate... Welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want to... survive. So before you check the price, many thanks. I appreciate the bit. Up.
Packs are heavy.
Welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So if we... Check the price, just remember. Misers die early death. Many thanks. I appreciate the...
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
Polish up my gear for tomorrow.
I dare not enter the palace, but I would fain escort you to the castle entrance.
Interested in my wares? Oh. What? I'm sure I can handle this. allowed anywhere.
Swear I'm not fooled once.
Shall we get some rest then? It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
A new day, a new perspective.
I find any less.
Won't someone do aught about this?
Beg pardon, sir. See, a friend of mine has an empty house, but no use for it. And I see you round the inn rather often. Wouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your own. What say you? Well, you needn't decide.
Quite the predicament.
Pray in, ne'er put gold in my pocket. Best not be bothering me for no reason. Pray, follow me.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble.
Oh, I could use a rest.
I'd quite like it.
I've no time for you now.
Very well. I shall return.
This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mind.
We shall remain here.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
Oh, I don't need this right now.
I'd quite like it. Would have all my days.
What's this? Come, ho, ho! If only my collect. Alas, the sand would wound my. If your curiosity, the man's home is located.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
I've no time to be social. I've too much to
My pack's grown rather heavy.
Perhaps 'tis time we returned to our base of operations and deposited some of our finds.
Or to head home. The estates this time.
Each day is harder. Can't help but talking about it when I'm...
A good sleep will ensure...
The sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Feeling rested, I trust?
My fur stands on end.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
I'll teach him a lesson in some.
I like to rumble.
That's such
We shall await you here, Master.
Follow me! Follow me! Follow me! Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty. Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty. Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
I want its range nearer than where they did before.
A welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle.
I dare say I could forget all my troubles here. Mayhap I'll buy myself a new sword next pay.
Preparation is key. I up my training
I'd
regime.
sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
Not sure why I patrol it, if I'm honest.
This sort of quiet means all's well.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke... But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word! You mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover... I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been?
I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
Won't someone do aught about this?
Might we not complete our delivery while we're here?
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
Right you are.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
'Twould appear you found evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds.
Above all, there is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear. To think, Diza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Diza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by you have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid.
What could the...
There is much we ought to tend to. For some time now, and so, the false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I offer my thanks? Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. Once your infiltration is successful, here, this should take care, Your Majesty. Masquerades being as they are, you will require much is made of appearances at such gatherings.
Come, I'll lead the way.
There is much we ought to tend to. I have been pursuing all of the channels available to me. But I am afraid I have yet to... Would Your Majesty be willing to venture to Vermont's eastern edge to probe into the young man's origins? Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? I have been pursuing all of the channels available to me. Would Your Majesty be willing to venture to Vermont's eastern edge to... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Masquerades being as they are, much is made of appearances as... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve...
It seems you must attend the palace masquerade if you're to meet the one who would falsely claim your title.
Well, we serve all manner of fine ales here.
I'll be done for the day.
Won't someone... What about this?
Bunch of sluggards. Need new blood.
We have arrived.
We shall remain here.
Let's take it easy today. My knees are acting up.
I didn't sleep a wink last night.
I'm ready for the trail.
You shan't be allowed to attend the masquerade in that garb, sir. I... I cannot permit you to enter the masquerade hall in your current raiment. You shan't be allowed. The masquerade is already underway, sir. 'Twill be a...
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace. At least here I can listen to some courtly music. Makes you up.
A breath of fresh air is just what I need. The longer, the better.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Always the same dismal affair, if you ask me. Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batar. Apparently, even privately owned items will come to be curtailed soon.
How dreadful! I've some servants bearing from Batar. Now this is a conundrum.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
For a moment there.
Where might I go? I find it liberating to hide my face.
Best to remain sober. Much to...
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Perhaps a breath of fresh air. I am all of a dither. Is there nary a chance to make a fresh acquaintance?
Such cheap drink is not at all.
Is there nary a chance to make a fresh acquaintance?
It's our duty to see this peace protected.
Mayhap I'll have someone fetch me a cup of tea.
No. Oh, but...
All this revelry in war's wake. 'Tisn't right.
A minute now.
The market I go.
We've naught to discuss.
آه أنا راح أوقف البث هنا. وصلت ساعات كثيرة وأنا ألعب. عاد إن شاء الله في بث اليوم. عاد نلتقي على خير. لا تنسون اللايك والاشتراك. أشوفكم على خير بإذن الله. مع السلامة.